So the day starts with breakfast at Dornoch Station, which has been my base for playing both Royal Dornoch and today's short drive on a brisk but sunny morning to visit the James Braid Classic. 9 out, 9 in links that hugs the North Sea coastline and is surrounded by mountainous grandeur. The Highland Fling continues as we head further north. So I've come here for the golf, the scenery, and to get up close and personal with a legend of the Highlands. But first of all, let's start with some golf.
Well, there's walks to the first tee box, and then there's walks to the first tee box. What a start to the morning this is. I cannot believe I'm up in the Highlands. I might have mitts on, but I'm almost too warm already. There's no breeze. I'm at Brora, and I can't wait to play another golf course that's long been on the list. You probably can't pick them up on this microphone, but the sound of the waves, which are literally the beaches, I don't know, 50 yards away to my right hand side, and then that backdrop is incredible. Anyway, we better think about hitting a golf shot. I can't see the green, it's over the brow. Plan is to go left with a little bit of a cut. I think that was about where I was aiming. Okay, let's get over the brow and see what Brora's all about. My God, someone is swimming in that sea. They must be bonkers. I'll just had a little wander up because this green is got a severe slope and that flag is very much near the front. So I'm hoping to go long. I pull my ball just off the fairway. It's mats again, but I'm allowed to play from the rough, if you can call it that anyway, without using a mat. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It could be good if it spins. Yeah, it hasn't come down the slope, which is maybe a tad unfortunate, but there you go, it's what I played and it's a pretty good start. Well, I probably carried it, it's probably 10 yards further than you'd want to be, and you can see that slope that I'm on about. What I didn't want to be is short and down in that dip, but this looks I'll be a good 2-putt, let's put it that way. And turn and turn. Yeah, okay, delighted. First putt of the day. I was worried about the pace. It ran really true, which was incredible for this time of year. That's a decent par to start the day, and much like yesterday, I'm smiling from the get-go, which is, as you know, unusual for me, but I can't wait to get out on this golf course. Now the second hole is, well, in the winter, there are a few compromises to be made, and one of them is you generally play off a winter tee box. So I've come up and had a look at tee number 2, which is an incredible location to tee it up from. And it makes the hole a bit of a sort of dog leg from left to right. I'm going to be playing sort of away down there, and it'll straighten up the hole a bit. But there you go. But I just thought it'd be nice to have a look. And even if you spin it around that way, and you kind of pick up the light of that fall off from the front green we've just played. It's hard to judge a golf course after one hole and stand on the second tee box, but it's nice, isn't it? Well, a couple of things about the third hole. One, I actually checked the card to see if it was if it was a par 5, because it played incredibly long. It hit driver, 6-iron, and still came up short. The next thing was that I was about to go on camera and say this is the type of shot I was going to play, and I thought, well, I won't do that because it'll probably backfire, and then I executed it quite well, and that was to try and kill it into the bank, take all the pace out of it, and for it to feed round to the flag. And when I hit a shot like that, I absolutely love it, because you're manufacturing a shot. It's not that kind of just throw it up in the air. It's looking at the cambers and the shaping and profile of greens and trying to make something work. And on this occasion, it did. a little steal from the breakfast buffet this morning. I've got to say, this Dornoch station, which is part of Marine and Lawn, they're incredibly good setups. Got them all around the major venues around the UK, and I think this one only opened in July. It's adjacent to the first fairway on Dornoch, and yeah, it's very nice indeed. Game of snooker, some nice food, get up, have a nice brekkie, beds are incredible, and then all raring to go, and you land here. Honestly, I just said to Hannah off camera, we could have been in colder weather, I feel like in July, August, with less sunshine and more breeze, because this is unreal conditions. Anyway, let's get the muffin down us and then we'll get off, because I think we've got some Highland cows on the course, which is another reason I wanted to come. Right, stroke index 3. Again, I want the ball to move from left to right, but not as much as it has been doing. I haven't swung the driver that great so far. That's much better. That's the best ball of it today. Yeah, I've seen it bouncing, and I think the green is slightly tucked away to the right. It's stroke index 3, this hole 5. That's a good start. I'll worry about the golf shot in a minute. But look at these things. Highland cow with 2 calves. Big fella over there. And then if you go down that way, you'll see there's just a whole herd. And I've got 2 walking down the middle of the fairway. So they should be safe. In terms of the golf shot, we're playing what seems to be slightly blind, and I had a really good drive, but we'll see. I don't know whether 6 irons long enough because I can't get a yardage, but we'll see.
Now, I've long been an admirer of the Highland cow. This intimidating, hairy beast is a thing of beauty and strolls the fairways with an elegance that defies its stature. They are one of the reasons I had longed to visit the fairways of Brora. They freely roam the fairways, providing unexpected company, going about their business, allowing you to get on with yours. And I would imagine every first-time visitor to Brora will have a Highland cow selfie of sorts. We spent more time filming cows than golf shots. Then later that evening, I learned they are leaving the Brora fairways for good. Now, the course must have its reasons, but I can't help but feel it is a huge loss to the Brora experience.
Oh, slipped then. How did I hit that so good with my back foot slipping? Yeah, well, that's exactly where I was trying to aim. Decent shot on one leg. I've got to say, walking up this hole has been more interest from Hannah than I've ever seen to film stuff. And it wasn't me playing golf, it was these Highland cows. This could be good, you know. This could be good. It's better than good. I think that's a gimme. Have a walk up here and let's, because on top of this is, well, you've seen a fair bit of the view already. But you can see why I'm smiling. I've actually got a bit of a thing for Highland cows. I love them, and to see them so up close is a bit surreal, really. But they're doing their thing. Zero interest in the golf, a bit like Hannah. And oh my days, I've not been this happy on a golf course for years. I've come to the back of the 12th green. I just played, well, attempted a little shot, used the backstop and get the ball to come back down, and it was almost perfect. But again, it's the bit I love about links, that kind of shot type. But this green, fairly tidy, really interesting as well, well protected. It was out of bounds down the right hand side off the tee. Obviously we're at the back of the green now. And it's a bit of a switch round because, or at least so far, it's classic links 9 out, 9 in. No change in the wind because it's coming off the right, so we haven't been affected by that, but it seems just a little bit tighter on the back 9. I'd have described that front as very much fun. It was almost difficult to lose a ball. You'd have had to be really wayward and very sort of enjoyable. And then coming back, like I said, it's a little bit more undulating from T2 green, and then so far the couple of greens we've played have been a little bit more complex, let's say. But yeah, still enjoying every minute of it. And I think we've got a nice little par 3 we're about to play. It's difficult to film the back 9 because we are directly into the sun. So everything has been a bit of a challenge that way. But what is very notable, I mentioned, it's a bit tougher. I think it definitely is tougher. And there is no right miss on the way back because there's the fence line. You've got, it's generous enough, but you can't go right. And we're facing this way, and I don't think you're going to be able to pick up a great deal. But I think we're playing to a tee that is very much on the horizon. And I'm not sure. I think we're going to sort of aim at the flag and worry about it when we get there. Well, oh yeah, that's killed it into the mound, so it was a good enough strike. I've lost my tee. Well, I think we're going to finish this video pretty much where we started it. I recognise this bench from the when I was on the first tee, and I've heard those waves pretty much all the way around as well, because you're never far from that sea. The back 9 is a little bit more inland, and just a really enjoyable morning on a really, really good golf course. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Some of the, well, most fun I've had on a golf course for quite some time. Smiled all the way around, and an excellent addition to our Highland Fling, which was episode 2. If you didn't catch last week's, it was from Royal Dornoch. Make sure you go and get that. I'm heading back to our accommodation, which has been pretty special as well. So thanks to Marine and Lawn for looking after us for the last couple of days. Next week, I'm going to be heading just a tad down south, not too far away, for another episode that is very much still in the Highlands of the UK. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you all next Monday evening.